Morning all, PeteDelete. I'm at World Road, New Plymouth. I had a beautiful surf this morning, sun shining. All's well in the world. Always is, of course, but sometimes we don't see it that way. So I'm in Scott's tiny home, and I'm about to build one for myself, and not spend a cent on it. I'm just dumps to dive in, getting stuff from builders out of dumps, and just holding a vision of what I want and just watching it all come into my life. It's quite amazing. I wanted a hardwood floor. I want it nice. I don't do squalor. I have done squalor, and I got comfortable in that, but now it's time. It's playtime. So I put it out there for a hardwood floor, and I was driving through New Plymouth 3 days ago, and the first house I come to after being parked up for the night, they were throwing hardwood flooring out onto the curbside. So stopped, backed up, asked him if he was doing anything with it, and if not, could I use it? And his eyes lit up. He was so happy that it was going to be used, because he was really aggrieved to throw it out. They'd had a water leak in a small area, and they couldn't get a replacement for it, so they had to replace the whole floor. Insurance job, of course. And it was elm, and I've been in New Zealand for 33 years as a cabinet maker, and I didn't even know elm was available here. And it's just the most beautiful timber, and being from England, elm is a very beautiful traditional timber. Very hard to get in England now because of the Dutch elm disease. So I got, I think, 70 square metres for free. I'll make him a piece of art out of it, because he was an avid art collector. Beautiful home overlooking the sea. But yeah, we just got chatting, and I don't know how we got onto it. I certainly didn't steer it towards that, but he started talking about how he'd been unwell and put on medications for prostate cancer. And he said he lost 2 years of his life. He has no recollection of it, none. It's just blank, nothing. And so yeah, I was just quite interested about that because of my journey. And then yesterday I was out just handing out flyers for my upcoming gig, and I was about to go to a tattoo parlour, but they were all busy. There was a tattooist outside talking to another guy, so I just waited patiently, and I overheard their conversation of, there was two of them, and one said to the other, it's really good to see you back and healthy. And I heard this guy open up about where he'd been and the medications, and how he lost, I forget, it was 3-5 years of his life, something like that. And I can't remember the bike. I'm going to catch up with him soon. Actually, I've got his name here. His name's Clay Drummond, and he told me he's on YouTube. He was quite angry because he lost everything, he told me. And so he put a thing on YouTube, whatever you call those things, what one of these things is. And apparently it's got thousands of people hearing him, they're really hearing him. And I think it's YouTube, or it might be Facebook, I can't check, I haven't got internet here, which is really nice. It's Regulate Cannabis and Clay Drummond with 2 M's. So yeah, I'm going to have a look, please do the same. So my journey, it took me 17 years. I lost 17 years of my life pretty much, from the day I first started taking medication to actually getting control of my mind. And in that 17 years, I lost homes, businesses, everything material, and worst of all, my family. And thankfully now I've got my mind in check, and really in check. My kids are coming back, and there's still apprehension, my daughter especially, because I'm joyous and happy and vibrant. Apparently that's a symptom of mental illness, and they're really wary of me. So but yeah, work in progress. You might see this, you never know. So poem, I suppose, just a nice little simple one. It's out of my children's book, which actually today I'm going to do a final quick read through, put my signature in it, which I didn't do before because I was ashamed of my signature and fearful of what people might think of me because of my negative schooling and dyslexia and scribbly handwriting, which I love. Love it. my handwriting. So it's called I'm a Smile. I don't know if I've done it before. It doesn't really matter. It's just a nice quick one for my kids' book. Kids' book. And it goes like this. I'm a smile on a face. I've been lost for a while in the human race. I was the smile of a boy, a great big smile for his favourite toy. But the toy got broke and I went away till he found something bigger and better to play. The boy got a bike as fast as could be, then I came back and he giggled with glee. He then saw a car and wanted one now, not thinking he'd have to pay somehow. The boy got a girl and I came back, now he'd get his life on track. He got in a house, a boat and a dream, and it was all coming true, or so it would seem. But bit by bit I faded away as the boy worked harder and longer each day. The boy then remembered, and for times gone by, he dropped his head and started to cry. He thought of the things and started to miss his freedom of youth, oblivious bliss. So he swam in a river and splashed in some mud and made as much mess as he possibly could. He built a treehouse deep in the wood. And now I'm stuck on his face for good. Like all my poems, true story. I was diagnosed bipolar. The ups and downs, everyone has them. And mine were just like everybody else's. You know, I'd get a girlfriend, feel better about myself because of my low self-esteem. And I got to the bottom of that too, you know, just trying to please women. And because all my teachers were women and my work was never good enough. My handwriting was never good enough. My humour wasn't understood, still isn't. But hopefully I'll put that one right. So yeah, the bipolar mind, up and down, and a bit out of kilter, you know, and all those things in the poem. And then the day I took medication, because my downs were getting a bit too down, I started to get happy and joyous, and then just smashed my mind to bits. Then they said I was manic, never been manic in my life. And then they said I was bipolar, and they said, no, don't worry, it's nothing to worry, it's a chemical imbalance. You know, you'll probably be on meds for the rest of your life. And I actually left joyous. I thought, well, now we know what it is. Great, we'll do the test, get it sorted, bingo. There is no test, there is no chemical imbalance. It took me years to work out what was going on in the mental health system and how the control they had over me. And one day I saw a documentary called Making a Killing. It's made by the Citizens Commission on Human Rights. It's on YouTube. Please watch it. I saw everything that I'd worked out, what was going on, plus, shit, scary. I don't watch it anymore because it's too real. Don't need to watch it. I've seen it. I know it. I've lived it. So please watch it. I think it's on my website. If it's not, it will be soon. I've got a computer. John's going to put that on for me. And so today I'm off going to go some random poetry into cafes and promote my gig for tonight. And probably see you tomorrow. Oh, just found out today. I checked the date. I'm off to Fiji next week for a month. So yeah, just a little PS. Some people think what I'm talking about is a bit dark and heavy. I'm talking about these things because they need to be talked about, and I've been through them. And you know, a few people said, "Oh, Pete, you need to let go." You know, and I have. I've dealt. It holds no power over me anymore. But soon I'm going to get written the story of what happened to me. Not for me. I don't give a shit. I'm through it. But there's other people still in it, and if we can drag some of them out. Actually, you can't drag them out. They've got to come out willingly when they're ready. In Fiji, I met two beautiful psychiatric nurses that from London, my old village, and they was just totally exhausted. They've been fighting the system. As a child, one of them her dead relatives used to visit her at night and give messages for the family, and she passed them on, and it was just normal for her. And so now in the mental health system, when people hear voices and messages, and they talk with her, as soon as the doctors come past, they just shut up because you don't talk about that stuff in our culture. That's a symptom of mental illness. So, yeah, she's been fighting the system, and you can't beat it. It's just too big, too powerful. Yeah, I tried speaking a bit of truth, and especially when you've been diagnosed with a label, yeah, you don't go near the place. So, this is what I do. I'm out of the system, I'm happy, I'm joyous, there's no fight in my life. I just do this, have fun, surf thunder in the background, and I'm going to stop yapping now. Have a good day. Love you, man. Bye.